Right on to this now. The High Court in Pretoria has granted the Tshwane Metro an order to attach the bank accounts of Madibeng municipality, whose government sits in the old town of Brits. This follows an application by the Metro to recoup arrears of 258 million owed to it in respect to bulk water supply to the Northwest municipality. The city first applied to the court seeking payment of at least 60% upfront, with the rest to be paid back in monthly installments. The application was unopposed. The Madibeng Council has said it will pursue talks with Tshwane for an alternative solution. Joining us now for what course of action Tshwane intends to take is the Metro member of the mayoral committee responsible for finance, Peter Sutton. Peter, good evening, and thank you very much for your time and for joining us tonight here on In Focus. Initially, you of course were trying to get some kind of payment plan around. In this particular note written in 26 August 2021, you had welcomed the acknowledgement of debt and payment plan which was proposed by the Madibeng local municipality in the Northwest. What has since then happened since August?
Thank you very much, and thank you for the invitation. Yes, there has been a number of engagements with them. There's been a number of payment arrangements being made by them with us, which were not honoured over periods. The debt was not settled. It continued to grow. And from our responsibility, we needed to take action, and we moved to the next step, and that was to apply to the court to attach the bank account.
And what is the reason being given for the non-payment?
Well, look, no reasons has really been given. They've entered into payment arrangements and agreements which they agreed to, and then they didn't honour them. And that's happened more than once. This has been ongoing for a number of years. It's not a new thing. And every time we had to enter into new agreements. But the end of the day, the responsibility remains. We have to account to our voters and residents and consumers here in the city of Tshwane about how we manage the finances of the city, and we have a responsibility to collect. And that's why we move to the next action.
Now, with this court decision, what is your next step of action?
Our next step of action is we attach the bank account now, and we will collect the money from the bank account to settle our arrear debt.
So you will now be collecting the money directly from that bank account?
That's correct, yeah. We're in control of that bank account.
And meanwhile, has there been a disconnection of services, or were you continuing to provide water to the municipality?
In last year, we did throttle the water service to Madibeng with 50% to rein in some of our losses. But we continue to provide that to them. And the bank account, the attachment of the bank account is for the arrear debt. We still need to make payment arrangements, obviously, going forward for the services that we provide to them.
Yeah. Have they approached you? I mean, there's a sense that they're saying there could be an alternative solution. Have they approached your office to say, let's not go this route of freezing our bank accounts? Let's rather find an alternative solution.
There has subsequently been, they've made contact with our CFO, not with me personally in my office, and they requested discussions with our CFO and city manager in the city of Tshwane.
Yeah. And will you be willing to come up with an alternative and hear them out?
Well, look, at the end of the day, it's not my, that discussions needs to take place on the administration level with the CFO and the city manager. But I think the CFO and the city manager is well adversed on what our expectations are, and that we need to have good, sound, solid financial management, and we need to change this culture of non-payment that we have in the city of Tshwane. So we're certainly not going to stand in the way of discussions between our administration and Madibeng municipality, but I think our mandate's very clear.
Appreciate your time, MMC. Thank you very much for coming on. Peter Sutton, MMC for Finance there in Tshwane, bringing some